Last week, I talked about the top 3 lavender varieties that were good for cold weather climates. Today, since I have mostly Phenomenal Lavender, I wanted to zero in on it and tell you a little history about it. Phenomenal Lavender is a hybrid lavender that was bred with the goal of creating a variety that had the cold tolerance of English lavender along with the vigor and adaptability of Portuguese lavender. It was released to the public in 2012 after rigorous testing using USDA Hardiness Zones 5 through 9 as their base. And it was bred to withstand cold winters of temperatures down to negative 15 degrees, along with the ability to tolerate obscene humidity, resist pests, and most of all, and what's valuable to me here in Tennessee, is it's able to thrive in poor soils. Phenomenal Lavender was developed by Lloyd Traven, who is the president of Peace Tree Farm in Pennsylvania, and he did so in collaboration with Pleasant View Gardens in New Hampshire. The creation of this cultivar was driven by several factors. First, the development of Phenomenal Lavender began when Traven noticed a small patch of resilient plants among a field of dying lavender. These plants exhibited distinct characteristics, including whiter, more pubescent leaves, so he recognized the potential. So Traven propagated these plants, which showed remarkable uniformity and vigor. And after years of testing and refinement, including hardiness trials in extreme climates like Alaska and Poland, Phenomenal Lavender was patented in 2012 under U.S. plant patent number PP24193. The name Phenomenal was chosen because it was consistent with the reaction people had upon seeing the plant. What a completely appropriate day to come out and talk about how Phenomenal Lavender is so cold hardy. It's like 30 degrees out. Got my skull cap on, trying to stay warm. But let me just go over a couple things that, because last time I talked about cold hardy varieties of lavender. And today, since I have Phenomenal Lavender, I'm going to illustrate kind of what makes them so cold hardy. So for starters, if you notice, Phenomenal Lavender has kind of a greenish silvery leaf, and if from the touch it's kind of waxy. Well, that waxy finish, it essentially reflects sunlight, and it keeps moisture in the plant. So it protects also protects the root ball from keeping it warm. So this wax, there's a lot of value to it. You see, like arborvitaes and your evergreens have a kind of a green waxy finish. Well, Phenomenal Lavender are very similar. Ooh, that still smells good. Now it's on my hands. But anyway, there's a lot of value to this, the greenish grayish tint. Also, it holds the moisture in, but it also it doesn't die back, as you see in the wintertime. A lot of plants shed their leaves and things like that. Well, the fact that it doesn't die back is another. That's because English lavender is mixed with the Portuguese lavender to create Phenomenal, this variety here, and it's the English lavender part that's so cold tolerant. So these are doing well, actually. And just in general, the genetic makeup of this variety is it has a natural dormancy. All English lavender kind of has a natural dormancy. So it goes dormant, semi-dormant in the wintertime, which again protects it from the elements. So these will do well. They'll wake up in the springtime and just really continue to grow. These are all doing really well, even in the wintertime. Some of them are struggling, but you know, those are some of the makeup of why Phenomenal Lavender is so cold hardy. What are some of the benefits of this variety over other varieties? Well, Phenomenal has an extremely high oil content, and it's great. It makes one of the best varieties for creating essential oils and soaps and things like that. Also has a very woody stem, which is another reason why it does well in the winter. If you look down in here, you can kind of see the woody stem. That shows its durability. And yeah, the woody stem makes it great for flower arrangements and things like that. Another benefit of Phenomenal compared to other lavenders. It's very durable and bendable and pliable, that you can make good decorations and wreaths and things out of it. It's also disease resistant. Its durability helps it to be disease resistant. It's not a variety that's going to be subject to aphids and different things like that can just kill a plant. They usually leave these alone. I don't know if it's the smell of it that they don't like, but Phenomenal Lavender are great from that respect as well. Phenomenal Lavender has a lot of culinary purposes too. I mean, you can make a lot with different varieties of lavender, but because Phenomenal has such high oil content, it's great for using as an ingredient in different types of beverages and foods and things like that. Like the first farm I went to go visit up in Michigan that had lavender made lavender lemonade, and they used Phenomenal. So you can just add it to a lot of different things, dishes and things like that. So it has a lot of culinary uses as well. So those are just some of the benefits of Phenomenal Lavender. And to be honest, I kind of stumbled on it, and I made the right decision. I don't usually make the right decision, but I don't often make the right decision. But I did with the lavender because, it's so durable to start with this. If I had planted a bunch of Munstead, it may not have done as well. So I'm glad I made that choice. And I would suggest, if you're anywhere north of zone 8 probably, and you want to start a good lavender patch like this, I would start with Phenomenal. You're going to have the durability and the cold tolerance of an English lavender with a vitality of a French or a Portuguese lavender. So I would start there. I think you're going to have the greatest chance of success if you start with Phenomenal, and then move on from there. Of course, you need to make sure you get your soil right, make sure it drains well, make sure that it's got plenty of sun, and you don't want to overwater it, because it certainly will die back. But that's where I would start if I was to start it all over again. So I'm glad I made that decision. So I'll keep you updated and see where we go next. Thanks for tuning in on this frigid, cold day. My hands are freezing now. It's about time to turn the camera off. Talk to you later.